All right, good evening, everybody. It's your boy Akeem. Welcome to today's third blog. Here to talk about the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl between 7 and 5 opponents, Central Michigan and Western Kentucky. This is going to be an interesting battle between these two teams. First, let's talk about Western Kentucky. They actually ranked third in the nation in passing yards and sixth in total offense, led by quarterback Brandon Doughty. He was actually the Conference USA MVP. He had a stellar senior season, 44 touchdown passes to just 10 interceptions compared to last season where he threw 14 touchdown passes and 14 interceptions. Huge improvement to pass for over 4,300 yards passing, and 3 games included 593 yards passing, 569 yards, and 491 yards. He had an outstanding performance throughout the season. Now, on the defensive side for Western Kentucky, they struggled and they were definitely horrific, allowing 39 points allowed per game to compare to 44 points on the offensive side. That's why they went 7 and 5. And in their big win coming towards the end of the season over Marshall, the Conference USA champs, 67-66 in a thriller overtime victory over them. And because of their offense keeping their team into play, their defense was part of the reason why they would have 5 losses this season. And because of their defense, if their defense was at least mediocre, I think that this Hilltopper team would possibly have at most 1 loss in the season, and they possibly could have won the Conference USA championship. No disrespect to the defense, I'm just calling it like it is. Now, for Central Michigan, they're coming from a tougher conference, in my opinion, in the MAC conference, and they had a good win over Northern Illinois, 34-17. So it shows that this team is capable of coming off with a couple of big victories. Now, it's time for me to talk about this particular matchup. It's actually going to be a rematch of the 2012 Little Caesars Bowl between these two teams, and this is actually the first bowl game outside of the United States between U.S. teams outside the United States and Canada. This game is actually going to be played, like I said, it's the Bahamas Bowl. It's going to be played at Nassau. This is a great location, a little bit of a vacation for all the players and coaches of these two teams. Now, I need to talk about a couple of players that you must watch this game. For Western Kentucky, I already talked about Brandon Doughty, the quarterback, but I need to talk a little bit more about the running back behind him, and Leon Allen. He's actually a junior back, 1,921 yards of total offense, 15 total touchdowns. He's having a great year. 288 of those yards and 2 touchdowns came in that big win over Marshall. This guy is a great running back overall, an all-purpose threat, and I think that the Chippewas need to keep an eye out on this particular player and mainly focus more on trying to slow him down to affect the offense of Western Kentucky. Now, for Central Michigan, there's one particular player I do like that I am looking at, and that is their running back, and Thomas Rawls. He's actually a transfer from Michigan. He used to be a Wolverine. Now, he had over 1,100 yards rushing this season and 10 scores, 5.3 yards per carry. He is pretty much the heart and soul of that offense, and if he has a great game running the football effectively, this team has a better chance of winning. And in one of their big wins, in that big win against Northern Illinois, he rushed for 270 yards on 40 carries. And when this team is not successful without Rawls in play. If he does not have a good game, chances are this team will not be successful in this matchup. And I think that the Hilltoppers need to focus more on stopping Thomas Rawls and putting the ball in the hands of their quarterback and trying to force him to create some plays throwing the football. And I think if they stop Thomas Rawls, they would definitely have a chance of winning this game, because the Chippewas offense can't get into any rhythm without Thomas Rawls being successful at running back for this particular matchup. So my prediction in this game, I'm going to have to go with Western Kentucky in this one, despite the fact that their defense is pretty much terrible. They give us way too many points, but I think their offense is explosive enough just to keep things up and keep the score high. This should be another shootout, just like how you saw in the BYU Memphis game. This should be another good shootout due to the fact that Western Kentucky's defense do give up a lot of points, but I'm going to have to go with Western Kentucky in this one because I think they're just going to score more points at the end of the game. Now, the next time to catch you guys will be tomorrow. We have a second game later on tomorrow night, and I'm going to talk about that tomorrow morning. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.